Hey, how you doing, family? Yeah, we about to get right to it today. Hope everybody's doing great. Yes, we come here to talk about the election as usual. We talking about we only got 21, 22 more days for the election. So I would say everybody get out and vote. The more people vote, the better off it is for us. So we need to get out there and vote, man, and try to get Kamala Harris elected. We really need to do that because the other choice is just no good. It will be no good with that choice. But I mean, make your own choices. Everybody got to make their own choices. What they feel like is better for them. And I get it. I understand it. Whatever's better for you, then go that route. But I just don't want no one to have no regrets about what's going on. Well, we're going to start off, family. We're talking about Donald Trump. Donald Trump, he refused to give his release his medical records. Why is that? Kamala Harris, she released her medical records with no problem to show that she's competent for being president and running the country. She have no medical issues, none at all, besides some allergies and wear contacts. That's about it. That's all that came out on her medical report. But Trump refused to give out his medical report on him. Why would somebody be worried about giving out their medical report? And then not only that, as much as he be as much as he be rambling at his rallies, it's like, is it something with that? Is there a reason for that? Well, we'll never know because he don't want to give out the medical report. And just like even when on 60 Minutes, for the last 50 years, every presidential election, the president goes on and do an interview with 60 Minutes. Why is he refusing to do these interviews? 60 Minutes, MSNBC, places like that. The only place he goes is places like Fox, the people that he knows going to protect him from whatever's going on. So I'm just saying it's a reason for all that. And even when he's on the stump speaking, out campaigning, he's rambling. He can't even complete a full thought. And we already know he want to get rid of the Affordable Care Act. We already know that, which is going to take millions of people, make millions of people where they don't have medical insurance. Why would someone want to do that? That's just crazy to me. You don't want other people to have medical insurance. Why? Why? I mean, that's just evil. Good over evil, man. You know what I mean, family? So you got to think about all these things when you go in the ballot box. But the Affordable Care Act is not the only thing he's trying to that he's trying to do. Even abortion ban for the women. And I'm going to always talk about that because on that alone, I'm tired of seeing women die. I love women. I'm a heterosexual man. So, what you going to do? Kill all the women? Then what? It doesn't make any sense. And I'm pretty sure everybody out here has a mother, a daughter, a sister, a, a, a mama, and everything else, nieces, relatives, things of that nature. That's just not cool to me. Then on the next thing, Trump is talking about putting tariffs on other countries when he does that, it will cause the consumer to have to pay more for products. Okay, you want to put tariffs on all the products coming in from every place else, so somebody got to pay that cost. And guess what? It's the American consumer that's going to have to pay that cost. The stores that's buying the product is going to pay more, so that's going to charge you more. So tariffs is not the answer for doing anything, making anything better. All it's going to do is make it worse for the consumer, for you and me, which doesn't make any sense. Who does that? So we got to think about all these different things, and all these things make a difference when it start to hit in your pocket, when it start to costing you, when you see yourself end up spending more money. And I notice on a lot of these shows, all these shows is talking about the economy, the economy. I keep trying to tell y'all, family, this dude didn't do nothing for the economy. He came into a great economy. It was the Obama effect. It was that economy that he came in on. So sure, the economy was good. But as soon as things got rough, what happened? The economy went upside down. When COVID came, the economy went upside down. So, stop saying the economy and stop saying the border on the things that he blocked the bill on. Because the Biden administration had a great border plan, a bipartisan border plan. So stop using these different talking points that you hear these Republicans talking about. Then all of a sudden, this man Trump comes out to California to do some campaigning, which he knows he's not going to win California. Republicans don't win California. No. So, he come out here, he really know he's not going to win. But guess what? He came out here to raise money to get in these places, 25,000 and all these higher prices to get these people to pay to come and see him. It's all a bunch of BS, family. Everything he do is something to benefit him behind it. In the same way his presidential him spending time in the White House being the president, it's the same thing that he would do. Something to benefit him. It's never to benefit you. That's what everybody needs to realize. It doesn't make no sense whatsoever. You come out to California to campaign knowing you ain't gonna win, but you trying to raise this money. And he had quite a few people out there. That's the thing about it. He had quite a few people out there hollering and screaming for him. But then he get in there and you be broken. He started deporting people and getting people up out of here and people's family members up out of here. Then you're going to have regrets. And basically, I'm trying to keep you from having those, because that's exactly what's going to happen, because Project 2025 is real. Project 2025 is real. So you need to know that. The way he talks about everybody, and then he turns around and swear like he's in your corner. Just like he keep changing back and forth on the abortion ban. Oh no, it's this. Oh no, it's that. Oh no, it's this. He's the one that put the Supreme Court justice in there so they can overturn it. But now he wants you to believe that, oh no, he switched up to this and that, or trying to modify it a little bit to make it look like, oh no, I don't mean it like that, because he's coming up short with women voters. And then a lot of these people get on these platforms and start talking about the black men voting, black men voting. Black men is going to show up for this election. That's not even the problem. The problem is the other different demographic of people, of men, need to show up and vote. That's what'll get us over the hump. The white voters, the Latin voters, the Asian voters, the men voters. If they show up, we'll definitely win, because black men's going to show up. Numbers don't lie. The biggest demographic of voters is first black women and then black men for the Democrats. So we need the other men to step up and come and vote, because a lot of us have the same thoughts about what we need and what we trying to get done. But everybody got to show up and show out, especially in this election, because it's super tight. It's razor thin. So please, family, everybody get out and vote. Everybody get out and vote. I want to live in a country that's thriving, and where people are not getting thrown out the country and in concentration camps and all that kind of stuff. I like the diversity. I like it. I live in California. It's very diverse here. So, everybody get out and vote. I don't want to see this stuff start happening. And a lot of different people be talking about, oh, I'm going to vote for Trump. I'm going to vote for Trump. You're going to regret voting for Trump when they're throwing your son and your daughter and your mama out the country. So make sure you get out and vote. And I say that with no disrespect. I say it because I don't want to see it happen. Just like how he showed you what he's going to do if he's the president. We done seen this picture, but we done seen the picture of what he's going to do. I don't know if y'all remember, but I remember him having the Latin people in cages, some kind of silver stuff for blankets. I don't know what it was, separating kids and mothers and fathers away from their kids, sending their kids one place and they going to another place. All this foolishness, this crazy stuff. I don't want to see that happening to nobody. But we seen his demonstration. We seen it. So I don't know why people are acting brand new and acting like they forgot. I mean, this stuff is still online. You can look it up and see how he was separating mothers from their kids. I mean, snatching babies out mothers' arms and sending them here and sending them there. We seen what Satan did. DeSantos did, but I call him just Satan. We seen what he did when the immigrants came to Florida. He sent them up by Kamala Harris's house, flew them in. But who looked out for them? Who made sure they was fine? It was the Democrats. It was Kamala Harris and them. Let's not forget. But people be talking about they don't know enough about her or don't know her record. For one, you can look it up. But for two, we know his record. That should be enough. I heard this one lady say something like, "Oh, I'm voting for the best of two evils," and she's talking about she's voting for Trump. If that didn't sound crazy to me, that's crazy, man. This is who you're gonna vote for. But you could get online and look at the border when Trump was in office, and you could see the people in cages. You could see them separating mothers from their children. You could see this. But people got a very short memory of what was going on. And then, even if you don't believe that, read Project 2025. Read Project 2025, and you will see what they plan to do to you. So let's not act brand new and mess around and start getting people deported out of the country. Matter of fact, Trump said yesterday about the Venezuelans over in Colorado got to start talking about we'll deport them out. If they come back, they'll get 10 years, and then we'll deport them out again. If they come back, they get 20 years, and we deport them out again. If they come back, they'll execute them. Is this what y'all want to happen? For all my family that's from different countries, is that what you're looking for to happen to you or some of your family members? All you got to do is look it up and type in what he was talking about doing to the Venezuelans. So, I mean, y'all need to really think about what you're doing before you go in that ballot box, man. It's crazy the stuff that this man is talking about doing as president. It doesn't make any sense. And then another thing that I'm looking at is white women voters rate for this election is 50 to 45, 50% for Trump. I mean, this is not stuff I'm making up. This is what's here. This is what's here. White women voting rate for this election is 50%. 45% to 50%, 45% of white women is voting for Harris and 50% for Trump. 45% of white women are voting for Harris. 50% is voting for Trump. I can't even begin to tell you why that's even happening. I can't even begin to tell you that. Doesn't make sense. They already want to take away your right to choose about your body. Well, next thing you know, they're gonna take away your voting rights. That's what's gonna come next. What they gonna take away next? As long as they can keep taking stuff away from you, family, once they test something and see that this works, they're not gonna stop at that. They're going to go on and on. Look at Project 2025. They're going to go on and on. Pretty soon, the government's going to be running your household all the way down to your body. And I can't understand it for the life of me. Why would any woman want to give any man or anybody else control of what they do with their body? I can't get nobody control of what I do with my body. I can't do that. You know? So think about what you're doing when you're doing it and why you're doing it. It doesn't make sense. White women, get out and vote. Everybody needs to get out and vote. My black people, my Latin people, my white people, my Asian people, my Armenian people, everybody needs to get out and vote. And if y'all don't know, I am sick of seeing women dying in these different states. It don't make sense. They don't have to. They don't have to. Trump was in a town hall meeting in Detroit and said Kamala Harris, if Kamala Harris get elected, the whole country would look like Detroit. Trump was in a town hall meeting in Detroit and said, if Kamala Harris gets elected, the whole country would look like Detroit. Why do you think I mentioned that? Why do you think I mentioned that? Well, I'm going to tell you why I mentioned it. Basically, what he's saying, if Kamala Harris gets elected, the whole country would be with black folks and people of color. That's basically what he's saying. And trying to talk about the people out there in Detroit, but you're going out there asking these people to vote for you. You know? And I want y'all to realize while I'm sitting here on this live, for me, nothing I ever say has to do with race, because I'm speaking on all demographics of people. Everything I'm talking about is facts and what's going on. But that's what he said in Detroit. And then start talking about Elon Musk and something about the circles in the middle of the ocean where he lands his the rockets and all this old crazy stuff. Just went off to rambling about a whole bunch of different stuff. I mean, just couldn't even finish the sentence on really about what he's saying. And as far as I can see, I believe he's incompetent to even be a president. And the funny part about it is everybody that he wants them to vote for him. But he talks about everybody, from the Latin people, the black people, the some of the white folks. He talks about everybody, the women. He can't deal with women. He talks about everybody, but he's asking y'all to vote for him in the same breath that he's talking about you and telling you what he would do to you if he becomes president. He's sitting here telling you what he'd do to you if he becomes president, and he wants you to vote for him. And a lot of people are so stupid that they do. After he done told you what he's going to do. So when it happens, don't get out here protesting and hoping and wishing and because you ain't even going to be able to protest. because he said he's gonna send the National Guards on folks to get out and protest. So you're not gonna be able to do that either. So sit in your house and hide and run and all that kind of stuff. If you let this man become president, you might as well start hiding and lead the country now. So I advise you to be smart. He's telling you what he's going to do to you. Out his mouth and through Project 2025, he's telling you. I don't know if you're just not listening or you're just that inferior. I don't know. And I'm not directing that to everybody. It really goes for them, the people that feel like this man is going to do something for them. And I don't mind directing it to you because your feelings going to be hurt in the end. But yeah, family, I'm trying to make all this stuff make sense for you, man, and put it all in this video because the election ain't number 21, 22 days away. So if you're not registered, hurry up and register and vote. And vote. And vote. Like I always tell you, vote for your best interest. If you feel like he's your best interest, then go for it. The one thing about it, I'm going to be fine. What about you? And what about your family? Think about what you're doing, family. That's all I know. The Senate Republicans blocked the bill for domestic terrorism after 10 black people got assassinated at a grocery store in Buffalo, New York. It fell in the Senate 47-47. It passed in the House 22-203. 222-203. One Republican voted for it. Let me break that down for you. Let me say it again. The Senate Republicans blocked the bill for domestic terrorism. The Senate Republicans blocked the bill for domestic terrorism after 10 black people got killed in Buffalo, New York at the grocery store. It fell in the Senate 47-47. It passed in the House 222-203. Only one Republican voted for it. Why is that important? Why is that important? Because domestic terrorism. Hold on for a second. The FBI said domestic terrorism is the greatest threat to America today. The FBI now did number one Republican vote for this bill. They got it passed through the House. It didn't pass in the Senate 47-47. But the FBI said domestic terrorism is the biggest threat to America today. And why is that important? And why the Republicans didn't vote for it? Guess why? Because that's your racist white folks. That's your racist white folks. That's why. Why wouldn't you want to stop domestic terrorism? And when you go take these seats, you know, folks swear an oath to defend this country, domestic well as foreign. But you mean to tell me that you are not gonna vote a bill in so you can stop this domestic terrorism, the only reason why is because it's the white racist people that they down with, that they for. That's why. I bet you, was it anything that had to do with some black or Latin people, I bet you wouldn't nobody block the bill. Everybody would have voted for it hands down. Imagine a whole bunch of black and Latino people went up to the Capitol and stormed the Capitol and ran in there and all that. Do you think that we would have even made it that far? And they try to act like, oh, it was just a day in the park. Only reason it didn't happen to them because the color of their skin. And that's the same reason why the Republicans tried to block that bill for as the domestic terrorism. After the FBI said it's the domestic terrorism is the greatest threat to America. I mean, y'all to see what this is. I mean, it's in your face plain as day, whether you want to believe it or not. You know, the laws is different, depend on who you are. Depend on who you are. And I don't know why y'all don't see that. You know, but I know a lot of my family do. But for the people that don't see that, you know, and like I say, when I'm speaking, if the shoe don't fit you, don't wear it. You know that this is, I'm not talking to you about that part. So, you know, I'm just keeping it what it is. Yesterday, go to the next subject. Yesterday, Donald Trump said Colorado is the worst, is worse than China and Russia. He also said he was going to liberate Aurora, Colorado, and deport the Venezuelan immigrants. He said they killers and murderers. You see what I'm saying? He's always talking about deporting people or locking them up. I mean, this ain't no secret. These is his words coming out of his mouth. I'm not making this stuff up saying that. This is what he's gonna do. And he said he's gonna liberate Aurora and get them all out of there. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's bad people in every race. You can't just put what a few people do and blame it on a whole community of people. And everything that you do, you're putting targets on these people's back, like you put the targets on the Haitians' back. They eating cats and dogs like they ain't even human. What humans is running around eating cats and dogs and geese? Come on, man. Now you put a target on the Venezuelan people's back. On the storm, you put a target on FEMA's back, and try to say the government wasn't doing what they supposed to do. Everything you do is the blame game on other people, the scare tactics to make everybody scared and nervous and worried about what's your next move. Don't nobody care about your next move. Man, I mean, it's crazy because he wouldn't have a next move if anybody had backbones and if people just seen what was going on and see what he's doing. Nobody care nothing about nobody's next move. We gonna do this. We gonna do it. The hell you waiting on? You know, all this highway wolfing, selling wolf tickets in coyote country. Need to stop it. Need to stop it, man. Then he also said yesterday, and as he said this about these Venezuelan people, like I say, he's putting targets on their back. But the numbers do not show that the numbers show that crime is down 31% in Aurora, Colorado. Crime is down 31% in Aurora, Colorado. So all the stuff that he's saying that he's doing, numbers be lower than they was when he was in office. When it comes to these killings and shootings and murders and slaying people, shooting up concerts full of people, parades full of people, schools full of people. These numbers went down since he hasn't been in the office. But now he want to say that, oh, this is what's going on with these people. But let me finish reading this. What it say? It said, but the numbers don't show that. The numbers show that crime is down 31%. The Democratic governor from Aurora said Aurora has gotten safer, and the immigrants are helping build the community up, building jobs in Aurora. He also said that he's talking about one or two incidents in an apartment complex that they keep looping, trying to win votes for election. So basically, all this stuff that he's talking about, like the governor, but see, he always talking about the governors that's wherever they are. If they're a Democrat, then he got a lot to say. But he said that the crime was going up. The crime was going up. The Venezuelans was doing this. The Venezuelans are doing this and they doing that, and he's going to deport them. He's going to liberate Colorado and all this old kind of foolishness. Like I said, putting targets on these people's back. While all the time is that this incident that happened, they keep re-looping the same incident on the news about this one incident that happened. So don't keep re-looping that. And family, I want y'all to really realize something. Check this out. Most of the time, just watch, just be conscious of this. When it's someone of color that's doing something that they feel is bad, they do like they do the Venezuelans. They do the same thing. They re-loop it. But when one of these domestic terrorists, white folks get on there doing stuff, guess what they do? They'll play it and then they'll turn around and say, "Oh well, we don't know. He had a mental problem and we just don't know what happened," and try to explain it away and make excuses for it. But when it comes to these other people, it's no excuses. Oh, they DNA, they got bad DNA and all this old kind of crazy stuff. So let's not get it twisted and mix it all up on what's going on here. It's all systematic racism and flat out racism and the rest of the racism. That's all. That's what it has to do with all this stuff. Then. Yeah, and really what the man is trying to do, he's spreading all this rhetoric trying to get people scared and it wouldn't be happening if Kamala wasn't letting them in through the border, like she's sitting at the border opening the door talking about come on in. He's talking about all this stuff wouldn't be happening if she wasn't at the border. The border czar, that's what he calls her. Come on, man. You the one that blocked the border bill. Everything he's saying is he contradicts everything that he's talking about with his actions, with what he do and what he say. So all this stuff really don't make no sense. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, family. And yeah, family, while I'm sitting here thinking about it, man, please like, share, and subscribe and comment. I appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. That helps me out. It helps with the algorithm and makes me be able to reach more people. Like, share, and subscribe, family. But anyway, like I say, it's really crazy to me how all this stuff be done, and people act like they can't see through this stuff when all you trying to do is get people, oh no, you scare people thinking, oh, she didn't open up the gates of hell. She didn't start to let everybody through in the border. She trying to scare, he want to scare tactic everybody into voting. Like Detroit is going to look like the rest of the United States is going to look like Detroit if she gets in there. Come on, y'all the one that poisoned all them people up there. The Republican governor. And the stuff still ain't all the way right up there. It was lead in all them pipes and then people couldn't drink or nothing, couldn't even wash their bodies because y'all actually went and took one pipe loose, let that one go over here, and we're going to hook this one over here to this urban area and mess these people up with lead all in it and all that stuff in the water. Y'all don't want to do stuff like that. So don't get to talking about what something else look like and what something else is being done. Y'all doing all this stuff that you claim everybody else is doing. So they can stop with all that foolishness. And like I always say, you know, he's always down with his millionaire buddies. You know, that's what he's all about at the end of the day. Is all his millionaire buddies. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's what all this stuff is about. But yeah, family, man, really, you know, get out and vote so we can stop this nonsense. Get out and vote so we can stop all this nonsense, man. You know, we get this one up in there this time. Guess what? We ain't got to worry about him no more. Like he said. Only reason he said it because he said he's going to be a dictator in day one. And that's what he plans to do. Plus, the Supreme Court gave him a full immunity. So, of course, yeah, he's going to do that. Because ain't nothing nobody can do to him because he got full immunity. And like I say again, he got control of the FBI, the military, the police department, and looks like Supreme Court. You know, so yeah, no, he ain't got no worries. If we be that dumb to let somebody in like that, he will be a dictator. Believe that. So I'm just saying, family, think about what you're doing before you're doing it. Now we're gonna move on and we're gonna talk about Elon Musk. Elon Musk is out campaigning with Trump. He said that he was spending 200 million to help Trump with door-to-door knocking and campaigning in the battleground states to try to get the people to get out and vote. Elon Musk also said, if Trump loses, I'm effed. I'm FUCKED. You know, so, you know, why do he have this big interest in this man winning? Why does he have this big interest in this man winning? Come on, we already know why. I said it before. For them government contracts. And he's going to give him a spot inside his cabinet. In his cabinet. So yeah, he's trying to help, but really he's trying to help himself. That's what all these people do. Try to help themselves to more money, steal more money. So yeah, he's helping. Sure he is. Come on, can you imagine that? He's up in this man's cabinet and he got control of the contracts, the government contracts that be given out. You think he ain't gonna load himself up with a gang of these contracts so he can make a gang of money? So he can send people up to the space station? Yeah, he got a great interest in it, a financial interest. So he gonna tell whatever lies he can to try to help this man get elected. Believe that. Man, I need y'all to see the forest for the trees, family. It's real out here. And these people ain't about you. They are not about you by any stretch of the imagination. You better believe that. I don't know, man. People be acting like they don't understand and see what's going on, but me, I'm gonna break it all the way down and let you know what's under all these reasons people are helping people. Oh, Elon Musk is helping. Then Trump must be good. And that man's looking out for himself. He don't care about you. You better believe it. Then Trump is also talking about the Democratic governor saying that that he was weak, insufficient, and a coward. You know, and that's the same Democratic governor of Aurora, Colorado. That's that same governor that he's talking about. He's talking about the same man. You know, he's talking about the same man in Aurora, Colorado. You know, what's with all the name calling and calling people insufficient or cowards and all these type of things? What's with all that? And you're supposed to be representing as a president. This is what you got to say about this man. And his numbers and stuff is good. All this stuff is good. He wins his elections. You lose yours and try to steal them. So I mean, you know, let's make it all make sense. Let's make it all make sense, all of it. I mean, you know, I don't get it. I don't get it. And then Trump was down at Coachella in California on Saturday, and he kept glitching out like a flicker of a light. and he said when he takes office, Harris regime of terrorism ends. And Trump also said when he drove the Venezuelans out of Aurora. So now he's already talking about regimes because he's talking about himself for real. When his regime come in, but he's talking about when he get elected, Harris regime ends. You know what I mean? I mean that's just crazy to me. And when he throw the Venezuelans out, come on, man. If they come back, I already said that part. But if they come back, it's automatically 10 years. He said if they come back after that, it would be 20 years, and said that that don't work. The next time, it would be the death penalty for the migrants. You know, these are the things that he's talking about. Then he said, then Trump had a heckler at Coachella. He had her removed, and this is what he said: "Go home to your mama." And by the way, she needs to get the hell knocked out. So now he's telling this woman to go home to her mama, and she needs to get the hell out, and somebody need to knock her out. Now you got all these Trump supporters. They known for at their rallies to get violent, but you didn't have this woman removed. Now she get outside. What if something happened to this woman? You see, family, are you noticing any patterns? Targets on people's back. I'm gonna have the other people to do the dirty work. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to have the other people do the dirty work. You just put a target on this woman's back. Told her to get out and somebody need to knock her out. If you remember the last time when he was running for president, when the racist dude got up and hit the man and told him, if anybody goes to jail, I got their bond. Go back and look it up. You can't make this stuff up. Is this the person you want representing you? Because I can't get on here and tell y'all nothing about something that he said at one of his rallies that was, even sufficient. Because he don't talk about policies. He don't talk about nothing. All he talks about is the Venezuelans people, the people that heckle him in the audience. Talk about people's states. Talk about the Haitian people. I mean, you know, and all you do is talk about the people. And black folks, we ain't never had it so good until you was the president. That's a lie. I'm a black man. So I know you're lying. And I got sense enough to know that you took over after Obama administration and they was already producing jobs and all that good stuff that was going on. So you were still living and eating off of that. But then it stopped when that pandemic came. You didn't know what to do. First you riding off of somebody else's work. And then you turn back around when the pandemic comes. Now you don't know what to do but tell people to put bleach in their bodies. And when folks is out here fighting and rumbling for a COVID kit to make sure that they all right or their family members all right, you sending them to Vladimir Putin. Your homies. And Kim Jong-un, you and him got a love story. Let you tell it. Oh, you should have read the letter. It was so beautiful. At first, you was calling him Rocket Man and talking all this crazy stuff about the man. Then now all of a sudden, you all on his. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Come on. I mean, none of it make no sense. We sitting here with a set pattern of what this man does. Well, what this man does, I didn't sit down here and I mean, this is all I can tell y'all. Other than that, he's rambling. He don't do debates. He don't go on no media outlet to get questioned unless it's Fox News. Everybody else is disrespecting him. It's so hard to talk to everybody. But the only place you could go on is the most racist news channel in the world, Fox News. You go on there and then they let you do what you want to do, and then they back up all your talking points. Every other platform you go on, when they start fact checking you, everything you be saying is lies. And the only reason you're saying it, the only reason Trump is saying anything is because they asking him questions. And he don't have the answers to it. But then you have people sitting up here talking about, oh, you don't know this woman's record. You don't know enough about her. Even if you don't know enough about her, you should know enough about him. Because everything is nothing but targeting people, putting targets on people's backs, talking about deporting people. You talk about the Latin people, you talk about the Haitians people, you talk about the black people, you talk about the white people if they say something about it. Other than that, they fine. Every other country except for Poland and Norway and places like that is shithole countries. Let him tell it. But the thing about that, the only countries he likes is the white ones. He even said, "Why you can't let the people come from Norway or one of these different countries?" Only thing you talk about is grabbing women by their private parts. You've been convicted of 30-something felonies. Then you had a case for with the uh, with the woman that you got convicted of sexual harassment, and you want to get rid of you want to get rid of Roe v. Wade permanently. So what is the good that anybody even seeing this dude? I mean, tell me, leave me a comment on one Trump policy that he made. That he made. And he even said himself in the debate with Kamala Harris, he said, "Hey, oh, I'm overturning the Affordable Care Act." The man asked him, the moderator asked him, "Hey, well, what's your plan?" Had to press him on that. And you know what his plan was? I have a concept of a plan, not a plan, a concept of a plan. So you're going to take over 40 million people off of healthcare because you got a concept of a plan. No, your concept of a plan is to leave people without insurance and let folks die. Me, I'm for the people. Me, I'm not Democrat or Republican. Me, I'm independent. So can't nobody get on here and say that I'm sitting up here working and doing something for nobody. I'm doing stuff for what's right and what's best for my family and what's best for the country. And it ain't your boy. So I'm just being real with y'all. But I mean, look it up, look through this stuff, and then look at her plans. She got a plan, whether you agree with it or not. But she got a plan. But I don't know nobody that want to disagree with somebody getting on a when they having a baby in the first year of the child's life, they're gonna give you $6,000. What he gonna give you? Compare that to his concept. What he gonna give you? Then you talk about a $25,000 down payment on your first house. What he gonna give you? What he gonna give you? A concept. Then, if you want to start a small business, $50,000 that they'll give you. That's what she gonna do. What he gonna give you? A concept. Overturning Roe versus Wade. That's what he gonna give you. A full abortion ban while women is out here dying. That's what he gonna give you. What's she gonna do? She gonna make it back where Roe versus Wade is back law. What's he gonna do? She gonna keep the Affordable Care Act and build on it to where you don't have to sit back and worry about, oh, I got to go to work, I got to keep my kids, and now my mom's sick, I got to do something to take care of my mom. She got something for that too. She's gonna extend the Affordable Care Act to make it to where a nurse will come over there and handle that for you while you go to work. Where it don't change your life and mess your life up. Because now your money ain't coming in if you got to stay home and watch mama. Ain't nobody gonna just leave mama there. You get to spending so much money on a nurse to come in, and sooner or later you broke. But she's gonna extend that. What he gonna do? He gonna give you a concept. What else? Oh, your houses. Oh, she's gonna build so many million houses to where it could make it to where okay, we gonna make it to where the houses start to being a little bit lower, where they're affordable, where you could afford a house. What he gonna do? Deport you, put you in concentration camp, throw you in jail, give you the death penalty. So don't sit here and tell me about, oh, I don't know about this, I don't know about that. Oh, it's this, oh, it's that. Don't sit up here and tell me about that. I don't care nothing about that. I care about what's real, what's going on now, what can happen now. We grow from there. But you put him in there, guess what? You're going backwards. Like, share, comment, subscribe, family. Like, share, comment, subscribe. It'll be greatly appreciated. It don't cost nothing. It's all free. Just click a button. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. But yeah, family, I don't know. I'm just trying to. We got 27 more days, family. Folks need to get out and vote. You know, people know who they want to vote for. Whoever it is, get out and vote for your best interest. Don't bite off your nose to spite your face. Whatever you do what's right for you. Do what's right for your family. Do what's right for the country. But I appreciate all y'all. I enjoy spending my time here with y'all today. But man, whatever you do, please get out and vote. That's the biggest thing. Like, share, comment, subscribe. It'll be greatly appreciated. And everybody enjoy your work week this coming tomorrow. Be safe. Go vote. And let's make this happen. Have a good one. I'm out.